Hey guys, it is week 7 of Super Rugby Aotearoa. This weekend it is the Hurricanes versus the Crusaders. It's always a big game, even though this time around it is the bottom team versus the top team in the form of the Hurricanes versus the Crusaders. I still think it's going to be a big game for most of the game, though the Crusaders do have a tendency to pull away in games like these, but do not think that the Hurricanes will just fall in this one. Light rain is expected and it will be quite windy, which is the conditions the Hurricanes are used to. The two teams this season so far, the Hurricanes only 1 from 5, losing to the Blues last time out by 10 points. The Crusaders 4 from 5, losing last weekend in a shock to the Highlanders, who was then the bottom team on the log, so it could happen again, by 21 points, so a big defeat there. If you do look at the two squads, there's more changes to the Hurricane side, a couple to the Crusaders side as well. Up front, the number 3 and 1 that's going up against each other are new guys in the team. Nomia versus Jaeger, they're going to get a shot again this week. Nomia has been starting most of the season so far. Joe Moody out for his 100th cap this week, so he's going to scrum well. If you do play fantasy, join that and pick him in your side. Lomax at number 3, Dane Coles at number 2. He's the type of player you want in a game like this, especially going up against probably his arch rival in New Zealand when it comes to Cody Taylor, because they are always gunning for the same position at the All Blacks. Scott Barrett and James Blackwell at number 4. Blackwell good last week. Scott Barrett, he's still not really in the form we know him to be. Sam Whitelock, same case with him as well. Walker Laiwere, he comes in at number 5. It's going to be a big battle at line-out time. Crusaders, they do usually trump the other side there. At number 6, Wetu Douglas comes in there to face Reed Princep. Havili Talatui, he's at number 7, up against Savia, who's this week in there instead of Karifi. That is because Flanders comes in at number 8. Him and Walker Laiwere, they played very well off of the bench last week, so they are rewarded with starting positions, meaning Savia does go from 8 to 7 in his preferred position. Number 8 is Cullen Grace, a youngster who's still playing well this season, not as well as last year though. Bryn Hall comes in for the number 9 position for the Crusaders. Usually when he comes in, they play a bit more of an attacking game as well. Campbell continues at number 9 for the Crusaders. Ruben Love, big call from the Hurricanes there to bring in the teenager at number 10. Yes, I'm all for bringing in new guys and bringing in youngsters, but playing against arguably the best number 10 in the world in the form of Mahunga is a big ask of him. I actually thought Liga has been doing quite well at number 10 since coming in as an injury cover for them. So, I don't know. Mahunga, he's been brilliant so far this season. He's going to lick his lips probably at this opportunity and want to show what he can do against a youngster. Havili, he's been doing brilliantly at number 12 so far this season. Not his familiar position, but doing well. Laumape, he's going to offer some attacking for the Hurricanes. They want to run into that channel of Havili and Mahunga in between, though they are good tacklers. Jack Goodhue, like I said in a couple of weeks as well, he's not in the best form. I think out of the All Black centers, he's probably the one that's out of form, though it looks like he's coming back into form now. He's up against one cap All Black who is finally getting a start this week, Peter Umaga Jensen. He's probably the best 13 the Hurricanes do have. He's finally getting a start this week, and he offers a lot on attack and defense for their side. On the wings, quite weird with Wes Goosen coming in for Rayasi. I don't actually know if he's injured or anything. You can maybe let me know in the comments. Savia continues at number 14. Unimpressive so far this year. I think last week he had his biggest run so far this year when he picked it up at the back of a ruck and just ran straight with it. On the wings, George Bridge switched from 14 to 11. He had an impressive game last week coming back from his injury. Reese comes back into the starting side. Always a danger man. He's the type of guy to score tries. The Crusaders probably round out one of the most dangerous back threes you have with Will Jordan. Just to try scoring back three that they have there. Any one of those guys can score a try this weekend. And then the guy that has racked up so many minutes for the Hurricanes this season, Jordie Barrett. Look for him to inspire his team again. If he plays well this game again, the Hurricanes have a shot in it. On the benches, the Hurricanes go with a 6-2 split for their forwards. Asafa Amua, he's back from his injury. I think he had 2 weeks or so off. He was in great form before that little bit of an injury, so great to have him back. Mafaleo and Fidao, that's the two props on the bench for the Hurricanes. McAllister, Bauer, and then big name Michael Alalatoa is there for them to round out the game. Very strong front row for the Crusaders as well. Two loose forwards that they also have that you have to look out for, Fafita and Sanders. Karifi is also there for the Hurricanes, like I said, going with the 6-2 split, so they are going to target going for the forward win there. Dunshire and Scrafton both are good second rowers in their own right. Dunshire still working his way back from his injury he had. Then we get to the backline replacements. Tamatane, he's been brilliant so far this season. I've actually been impressed with him every time coming off of the bench. I actually think he should start more games. Billy Proctor, he's on the bench this week. Mitchell Drummond, experienced guy on the bench for the Crusaders. Fainga Anuku, a big runner as well for them. Guys, again, even though the Crusaders lost last week, are you going to go against them for this week around? Probably not. Are they going to lose 2 in a row? That would probably be a record. So Crusaders to win this one, probably by 15 points. Let me know your prediction down in the comments below. Also check out these videos next to me. Hit the subscribe button if you do like the channel, and then I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.